Real estate professionals, welcome back to the Agent Rundown, where we talk strategies, mindset, and everything happening in our industry. I'm your host, Ernie Emad, founder of the FSBO Edge. Today we're diving into one of the hottest debates rocking the real estate world, NAR's Clear Cooperation Policy and the recent push to eliminate it. If you're an agent working with sellers, buyers, or even investors, this is a conversation you need to tune into. So grab your coffee or get comfortable in your car and let's get into it. What is the Clear Cooperation Policy? Let's start with the basics. What exactly is Clear Cooperation Policy? For those unfamiliar, it was introduced by the National Association of Realtors back in 2019. The policy basically mandates that any property marketed to the public must be listed on the MLS within 1 business day. In other words, no more whisper listings, no more pocket listings. If you're advertising it, it needs to be in the MLS for everyone to see. NAR's intention was pretty clear: promote transparency and ensure that all buyers and agents had equal access to listings. The goal was to avoid secretive deals that only benefited a select few, which at its core seems like a great idea, right? But like many policies, the Clear Cooperation Rule has sparked some serious debate. Now the pushback, why some want it gone. Now let's talk about what's been happening lately. There's been a growing movement within certain parts of the real estate industry to eliminate the Clear Cooperation Policy. What's driving this? Why do some agents and brokerages want it gone? Exclusive marketing concerns. One of the biggest issues raised in this limitation on exclusive marketing strategies. Luxury agents in particular argue that high-profile clients, remember that word, often want privacy. They don't want their property splashed across the MLS for everyone to see. These agents feel the policy hurts their ability to meet their clients', that word again, need. Disruption to broker networks. Before Clear Cooperation, brokerages had the ability to share pocket listings within their own networks. This was seen as a way to foster collaboration within teams or across brokerage brands. But now some argue this internal cooperation has been stifled. Competitive edge. Lastly, there's the argument that the rule restricts the ability of agents to offer something different. If everyone has access to the same listings at the same time, it arguably limits creativity in how agents can market properties and provide values to sellers. These concerns have led to lawsuits, lobbying, and strong opposition in certain circles of the industry. What are the latest developments? Will Clear Cooperation be repealed? So what's happening now? Why is this topic heating up again? Well, there have been ongoing legal battles challenging the Clear Cooperation Policy, and in recent months, these have gained some traction. Certain agents and brokerages have brought lawsuits against NAR, claiming the rule violates antitrust laws by limiting competition. They're pushing for the policy to be struck down, arguing it puts an unfair burden on agents and their clients. There's that word again. We'll get to that by the end. Even more interesting, some of the MLS systems have been loosening their interpretation of the rule, allowing more flexibility for private listings, especially in the luxury market. This is creating a patchwork of enforcement across the country, where some MLSs are strictly adhering to the rule, while others are allowing more exceptions. What's next? Well, the legal challenges are still in play, and it's clear that NAR is feeling the pressure. If these lawsuits gain momentum, we could see significant changes or even the elimination of the Clear Cooperation Policy in the near future. So what does all of this mean for us as agents? Stay informed. Whether you're for or against the policy, it's crucial to stay updated on what's happening. The outcome of these challenges will impact how we market properties and interact with our MLS systems. Prepare for change. If the Clear Cooperation gets overturned, expect more flexibilities in how listings are handled. And this could open the door for more creative marketing strategies, but it could also mean a shift back to exclusive private listings in some markets. Adapt and thrive. At the end of the day, the most successful agents are the ones who adapt to changes in the market. Keep honing your marketing skills and work on providing exceptional values to your client, no matter what the rule book says. Here are my final thoughts. A path forward for NAR's Clear Cooperation Policy. The challenges to repealing the NAR Clear Cooperation Policy all stem from the same core issue: power and control in the marketplace. Let's break it down, starting with Robert Reffkin's recent article on Inman. Reffkin, the founder and CEO of Compass, mentioned the word client 29 times and customer 0 times. This isn't by accident. On the same note, the American Real Estate Association, a new trade group formed in response to the sexual harassment scandals at NAR, has also called for the end of the Clear Cooperation Policy. One of its founders, Jason Haber, a Compass agent, said, "We're just getting started." Interesting, right? Well, here's the kicker. Reffkin also happens to be the founder and CEO of Compass. So what's the bigger picture? Why are we suddenly hearing so much about the client from the same organizations pushing to repeal the Clear Cooperation Policy? Let's be real and clear. Many of these agents and brokerage leaders have operated as transaction brokers, where their role is more of a facilitator than a fiduciary. It's not like they've exclusively worked under single agency agreements their entire career. Their business model is clear: secure as many listings as possible and sell them within their network. They want to keep the deals in-house to control the inventory, maximize commissions, and avoid competition. And when you hear them rally against clear cooperation, it's about protecting their business model, not necessarily about acting in the best interest of their clients. I'm introducing my hybrid solution for clear cooperation. Now here's my take on the Clear Cooperation Policy. NAR needs to adapt with this hybrid model. This isn't an all or nothing situation. We need a nuanced approach that puts consumers first while also allowing agents and brokers to meet their clients' unique needs. Here's how I see it working. Single agency fiduciary clients. If a broker has entered into a fiduciary single agency agreement with a client, then the client's interest should always come first. In these cases, if the client prefers not to have their property mass marketed through the MLS, perhaps for privacy or strategic reasons, then the agent should be allowed to market the property in a more targeted way as long as it aligns with the client's wishes. And this puts the consumer's needs at the forefront and respects their privacy and preferences. Transaction broker agreements, on the other hand, if a brokerage is working as a transaction broker where they represent both sides or act as a neutral party, then those listings should be required to go into the MLS within the same established guidelines. In these cases, the relationship is transactional and there's a greater obligation to ensure the property is marketed widely, giving all buyers and agents fair access. This hybrid approach strikes a balance. It acknowledges that not all clients have the same needs and that some situations call for discretion and targeted marketing. But it also preserves the fairness and transparency that the Clear Cooperation Policy is designed to uphold. A call for professional standards. Here's the bottom line. You can't just start calling everyone a client. That's Real Estate 101. When you're a fiduciary, you owe your client undivided loyalty. When you're a transaction broker, you don't. These distinctions matter. In South Florida, especially with our Hispanic community, the word client translates to cliente, and it can easily blur the lines. But we can't forget to let that happen. Now more than ever, we need to get back to professional standards. When an agent says client, we should be able to trust that they're acting as a fiduciary, putting that person's interest first. Anything less is a disservice to consumers and erodes trust in the industry. That's my opinion. I'd love to hear yours. Do you agree with this hybrid approach? Should the Clear Cooperation Policy be revised, repealed, or left as it is? Drop your thoughts in the comments or reach out to me directly. Let's keep the conversation going, and more importantly, let's continue pushing for what's best for our clients and our industry. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and let's reset your mind to stay ahead of the game. See you next week.